Hello, Falcons. Again, welcome to the month of Feb. Now, the assignment for the week would be on the essential questions. And when you get into the classwork, always read the instructions. So it says here, preview the recorded DI. So this would be the recorded DI. It's only 4 minutes, so a short one. Answer the questions related to your grade only. So when you click this, okay, so this is what you see. You play this and then watch till the end. And then under the description here, like click this, show more, and you get to see here all the questions, right? So here, if you are grade 7, so here are the questions, right? So you just focus on this, grade 7s. So 6 questions so that when you get back to this part, you get to see here blank slides. And you might wonder, oh, these are blank slides. What do I do? As I've said earlier, you need to go back to this and write down the 6 questions. Okay? So that's it for the classwork on essential questions. Now, what I want to discuss next would be a short intro or a short review of what our unit is all about. So, you know that our unit is on ecosystems. You even have a booklet on it, right? Now, for the grade 7s, there are 4 areas of learning. Hopefully, we can touch them all, at least, however briefly, or more than that, maybe, for a particular unit. But term 1, we had Earth's crust. Now, this is now term 2, interactions within ecosystems. We still have to contend with the particle theory of matter and then the forces of structures. So I'm hoping that early March we can have the particle theory of matter so that after spring break we can have forces and structures. So moving on, interactions within ecosystems. The word ecosystems, another synonym for that can be ecology. So, and why interactions? Because we want to just have a preview or have at least some background on the relationships involved whenever we talk about ecosystems. So here, ecology, it says here, all groups of community and environment. And with ecology, we talk about biotic factors and abiotic. So biotic meaning living things, and that's where we can have plants and animals. Again, synonyms for plants would be flora, and for animals, fauna. Abiotic or non living things would be this. So remember the acronym SAWS. S for sun, A for air, W for water, S for soil. Now, there's a special thing or footnote here. Make sure that you remember this. Man made items are not found in nature. You know that. They are not abiotic or biotic because they are not found in natural ecosystems. So, if we have examples like batteries, video games, patio furniture, and clothes, you cannot classify them as biotic or abiotic for that matter. Or you might say, oh, abiotic, non living things. We have clear definitions on as to the origin, right? So it must come from nature. Now, also talking about ecosystems, we have here the 6 levels. So-called individual, level 1, level 2 would be population, level 3 would be community, 4 would be ecosystem, 5 biome, and 6 would be the biosphere or our very own planet Earth. So here, level 1 individual, we just mean that we're just talking about one organism. It can be a plant or an animal. So level 2, what do we mean by that? So a group of individuals, more than one organism, it's called a population. So level 3, community, group of populations is called a community. Now, when we talk about ecosystem, group of communities, and this is our focus for this unit. But of course, we needed to put into play the idea of biotic and the abiotic factors. Now, collectively, a group of ecosystems will be called a biome, and of course, biosphere, all of the biomes. And in fact, whenever we talk about our planet or biosphere, we talk about three things: hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere. So, atmosphere, dealing with anything that's up in the air. And when we say hydro, from the word hydro meaning water, anything that's underneath oceans, right, in bodies of water, then that's the hydrosphere part of our planet. Now, lithosphere is where we are on, that's where we live. Anything that involves the soil and the ground, that would comprise the lithosphere. Now, of course, all of us have different roles or activities to perform. Like broadly speaking, we have what we call the consumers, mainly us, animals. We belong also to the animal kingdom. Producers are the plants. They make their own food from the sun's energy. So as consumers, where man is included, we can be any of these three. We can be carnivore or meat eaters, herbivore or plant eaters, omnivore if we can both eat meat and plants, right? And on top of that, of course, most carnivores, they end up either being a predator or a prey. Predator is an animal that hunts its own food, and whoever is that food becomes the prey, right? So here, I said here again, carnivore, meat eaters, herbivores, plant eaters, right? Omnivore, both meat and plant eaters. And of course, in mind, when you did the animal in your personality tests, you saw so many examples there, right? Now, between or among animals, right? So they can be predator or prey. That's why we have here what we call as predator-prey relationship. So this is one of the interactions in the ecosystem that we can discuss in this unit. So predator, again, they kill, hunt, eat other animals, or they're the bully, right? And whoever is the victim, they get killed or eaten by other animals. Now, there is also this word niche. So the organisms in a community of plants and animals play different roles. And of course, the idea of food chain or food web, or food web would be, like a spider's web. So it's a group of or a network of food chains. Now, with me or with the sub, it depends. You will be given this one at some point within the week. If I see you on Thursday, or if the sub sees you on Thursday, so this is something that you will do with the sub or with me. So let me explain briefly what this is. As always, write down your name, home, the date, and of course the sub or me will initial the work done. So it says here, write down as many food chains that you can see. Now, the whole idea or intent would be to get a better understanding of a food web versus food chains. So here, so this is the food chain, okay? So how do you do this? So here's an example. Follow the arrow. So always start with a producer. So here I have corn. It gets eaten by the grasshopper. The grasshopper gets eaten by the rat. And the rat gets eaten by the python. And the python gets eaten by the eagle. That's one food chain. So maybe you can find 12. Minimum of 12 food chains. That's the activity on this. Or maybe 13 is a good number, right? So let's make that 13. 13 food chains. And please write at the back. So I already have here my example. unicorn, gets eaten by the grasshopper, gets eaten by the rat, gets eaten by the python, and then finally by the eagle. Okay, so have a fantastic week, Falcons. Ciao for now.